I didn't expect much, to be honest with you, out of the pairing of Justin Fields and Aaron Glenn in New York with the Jets, but we are seeing some flashes of opportunity here, but it's not being executed very well at all. And I think that there could be some improvements made. But here's an example. If you look at Justin Fields in the first half of the game this past week against the Dallas Cowboys, in the first half, out of 26 qualifying quarterbacks, he ranked 25th in accuracy, 20th in EPA per attempt, 18th in success rate, 21st in completion rate, and number 22 in yards per attempt. Meanwhile, on rushing the football for the New York Jets in the first half, they ranked number 2 in yards per carry, number 5 in success rate, number 2 in yards before contact per rush on running back runs at 2.3. And they would have had a lot higher of an EPA, but for the fact that there was one fumble by Breece Hall. And yet the Jets were about league average in pass rate, rather than leaning a little bit more into the run game that was clearly working, that was having success against the Dallas Cowboys, and forced the Cowboys to stop them. Now that game in that first half and the way that Justin Fields performed was an epitome of the season in general in terms of how Justin Fields has been performing in the first half of games compared to in the second half of games. And when people look at his overall statistics, I think that they don't really pay attention to this aspect of it. And it looks like Justin Fields is performing far better than he actually is in games. And because he's performing so poorly in the first half, it's hard for the New York Jets to actually win these games. So let's go through these stats. I want to share these with you. In the first half of games on the season, all 5 weeks year to date, out of 40 qualifying quarterbacks, Fields ranks number 37 in accuracy, number 26 in EPA per attempt, number 23 in yards per attempt, number 32 in completion rate, number 39 in sack rate, and he has one total touchdown, rushing and passing. But in the second half of games, he ranks number 2 in accuracy, number 13 in EPA per attempt, number 19 in yards per attempt, number 11 in completion rate, number 17 in sack rate, and has 6 total touchdowns, passing and rushing. Justin Fields is turning it on after the team is already losing the game in the first half. And I'm not quite sure if it's a coaching thing, if it's a game planning thing, if it's a play calling thing, or if it's a Justin Fields execution thing, Justin Fields coming out faster type thing. The offense coordinator needs to set some things up better for Justin Fields to start quicker in these games. If he's too hesitant, I don't know what or where the blame lies on the first half performance, but clearly when the stakes are at their highest and everything is down and there's nothing really to lose, Justin Fields plays a lot more carefree and a lot better. But in the first half of the game, he's playing too stiff maybe, he's playing too tight, the play calls aren't working for what he does best. I'm not quite sure. It also could be an element of the defense in the second half of games just kind of taking their foot off the gas because they're already leading by that amount. That's when Justin Fields starts taking over a little bit more. But clearly, there's a massive split between first half performance and second half performance. And this is part of the reason why you look at the overall statistics for Justin Fields and it doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look terrible at all when you look at his full, game by game logs, or you look at his overall year-to-date rankings in a lot of categories, especially on unpressured dropbacks where he's not being pressured. It looks like Justin Fields is fine. He's okay. But the reality is his poor play in the first half is tanking this team and their opportunities to actually win games. And then he's playing a lot better when the defense is either playing a little bit softer or the play calls are a lot more aggressive and he's playing more with his hair on fire. In either case, something needs to change. And the coaching staff hasn't changed it yet. And now we're week 6 and this is a team that is now 0-5. I mean, the Jets don't have that many more opportunities to turn things around. And I'm watching their games and I'm seeing Aaron Glenn standing on the sidelines and the TV continues to cut to him every time something bad happens. And he continues to just stand there for 5 seconds, 10 seconds that he's on camera as the announcers are discussing him. And he's just stone-faced. He's not even talking into the headset. He's not saying anything. He's not coaching. He's not talking to players, encouraging them, teaching them, correcting them. working with his play callers, coordinators. Now, I'm sure a lot of that is occurring when the cameras aren't on him, but we're just seeing shot after shot after shot of him just standing there staring at the football field. This team needs to make these adjustments. There are corrections aplenty for the New York Jets to make. They do have enough talent. I don't think Justin Fields is a winning quarterback, and I haven't thought that for a while now. But they have opportunities in some of these games to make winning plays and to make them earlier in the game to give themselves a better chance later in the game. And that's from coaching, and that's from game planning and scheming and designing and encouraging. And they're just not doing it at all levels. And it's a failure from the team on the field not executing well, to the coaching staff in general, to the play calling. And there's opportunities here, but this is a team that needs to figure it out and figure it out soon. Otherwise, people's jobs are going to be on the line. This was Justin Fields' kind of last chance to make it as a starting quarterback. The New York Jets rolled the dice, brought him in after he didn't perform well in Chicago, and the Pittsburgh Steelers didn't want to go with him in 2025. He came to the New York Jets. They were the one team that was willing to give him that contract, and this team is starting out 0-5. Him and his head coach are going to maybe be in some hot water here if they can't turn things around quickly. Now, if you aren't already, make sure that you subscribe to our channel and turn your notifications on, because each Friday we share our best bet of the week. And through 5 weeks, we're now 5-0 this year and 27-9 since we started the show last year. So subscribe now and never miss another opportunity.